That's the way we do it, baby. Kaysha, let go. Come on. Dark skin, let's go.
You don't say much, but I feel it all. In every step, I hear the call. I don't need light to see what's real. You're blowing waves I can't conceal. The night falls hard, but you're my dawn. A touch from you and doubt is gone. Nalingio, yo na motema. Bambate, osalinga ya solo. Nalingio, yo na motema. Bambate, osalinga ya solo.
Dark like the stars behind the sun. But when I touch you, I come undone. No shame, no fear, just fire and grace. I lose myself inside your space. They talk of heaven like it's far, but I hold it here in my heart.
Nalingio, yo na motema. Bambate, osalinga ya solo.
Nalingio,
Yo na motema. Bambate, osalinga ya solo.
Let go.
Ozali kimya na motema.
I love you deep, I love you wide. Dark skin queen, you my light inside.
Naboiko banga, nalingio kaka.
When I hold you, I touch the sky.
Nalingio, yo na motema. Bambate, osalinga ya solo. My heart, nalingio, yo na motema.
Bambate,
osalinga ya solo. Nalingio, yo na motema. My forever fire.
Yes. Listen, I'm good at making beats. That's something that is for sure. If you agree, put some hearts in the chat, wherever you're watching from. Big up to everybody watching from Facebook. Big up to everybody watching from YouTube. Big up to everybody watching from TikTok. Big up from everybody watching from Twitch. And soon, we're going to be live on Kick. This show is brought to you by Shada. This is Club Shada episode 417. Wow, 417. It's been a long time, I know. I've been coming on Wednesdays for the French show, Internet du Village, and I didn't have enough time with everything I've been doing, and it's the summer, so it's, you know, summer you have to chill a bit, and then when rentrée comes back, now you back to going crazy. So this show is brought to you by Shada, Gods of Good Fortune, all our sponsors, and this show specifically is sponsored by Rudy. And if you want to be the main sponsor, you go to YouTube and you do a super chat of more than $10 and you become the stream royalty for the whole month to sponsor this show. And if you want your brand to be here, same thing. Just send a DM to me on IG. So, how's everybody? I hope everybody's doing good. I hope everybody is in their best feelings, just like me. You know, Rosa, I hope you're doing good. TikTok, if everybody's doing good, put the flags of where you're watching in the chat. That would be good. And should I begin? Listen, I've been slacking on the Club Shada front, and even when it comes to editing, cutting, and uploading to YouTube clips of Club Shada and Internet Village, because I'm really, really busy building a whole AI music label. And this is very exciting, and it really is taking a lot of my time, but it's all good. It is what it is. That's what we like to do. So, but today I was in a restaurant, and listen, usually I know I cannot miss both lives, right? So Pascal, what up? Lubumbashi, big up. Most of the time, I try to do at least Wednesdays, because during the holidays, Sundays is kind of hard these days with, hey, you know, it's the holidays. But today I was in the restaurant, I was like, I'm not missing this one. Lou, what up? Tu ta robe? So, all right, listen, I want to go as always with Club Shada. I want to go over 3 things with you. 3 little things. And the first one, I want to talk about, Maman, where's the music? What's going on? Who cut the music? It's me? No. Why did I do that? Okay, better. Yo, so I want to talk about Brigitte Macron. You know, French people, and us who are French, who used to live in France or who live around France, right? we kind of never believed that whole transgender thing. I mean, I'm speaking for me. Let me speak for me and not for everybody else. Maybe everybody thought that it was real, but to me, the first time I heard about it, I was like, okay, I was like, listen, if you when you get as high in power or fame or money, you're gonna have haters and you're gonna have people who are gonna create all sorts of crazy things about you. And the first time I heard that rumor about the Macron's wife being a man, I was like, what the fuck? Okay. And it was like a long time ago. It was like 2 years ago, 3 years ago, I don't remember. And me, I was like, just the internet, being the internet, and who cares? Like, do we care? I understand, like, it would be what we say, mensonge d'état, but to me, it was just something that just makes no sense. And you know, the more time went and I saw that, I was like, I don't care. That's BS. It doesn't matter. It's not important. I don't care. That's BS. I don't understand why people are making it what it is not. And you know, yeah, big up, you know. And then Candace went crazy. Then Candace arrived out of nowhere. I mean, not out of nowhere, but she really made it like something that was, I mean, she blew it up. And I believe that the Macrons just, how can I say that? I believe that the Macrons end up falling in the trap. And that's the American trap. Because in America, you have a bunch of people who are grifters. In France too, don't worry, everywhere. But in America particularly, grifting is something, is like a sport. You got the race grifters, Dr. Umar Johnson, all the people who pretend they are victims all the time and they make it, hey, Joujou, what up, Mr. Max, what up, Sabrina? And they make it, you have the trans grifters, you have the right-wing grifters, you have all sorts of grifters in the US. And what you have to understand is, for them, what is the most important is not really the content. What is not really important for them is actually the facts. They don't really care that much about the truth. What they are interested in is creating emotion to you, the viewers, so that you can watch the content. And as you watch the content, share the content, comment on the content, they make money from sponsors. They make money from endorsements. They make money from views, and they get invited everywhere because their voice become big. So they will not care actually about the veracity of whatever they are saying, as long as they have something to say that will make people talk, react, have emotional reactions. And if they can give you a way to fight each other in the comments, that's perfect. Because every time you come to see who reacted to your comments, you are being shown ads. And if you are being shown ads, they are making money. That's how it works. And that's why all these people are just trying to, like they say in the US, there's no bad publicity, there's only publicity. And whenever I saw the Brigitte Macron story, and to me it was just one of those conspiracies. And yeah, listen, people who believe that is people who are just in their phone looking for something. And yeah, listen, another perfect conspiracy. Listen, some of those conspiracies end up being true. Others are just conspiracies. And until there's facts, that's what they are. Fantasies by people who have, whatever, listen, aliens, Area 51, this one is this one did that, who killed Kennedy. Like there's a bunch of conspiracy theories. And the more you try to hide the truth from those people, the more they go down the rabbit hole. And some people are really professionals of that. And personally, listen, I've been famous for a long time in my little bubble, and I had my share of people saying crazy stuff about me, inventing stuff. And so whenever you get famous in France back in the 2000s, whenever you got famous, it was always the same rumors as a man. Usually you get famous, people say that you have, the first rumor is that you're gay. The second rumor is that you take drugs. And then usually at a point, if you get famous enough, it becomes you got killed. And then, you got a disease. This is just a rumor mill. But what is interesting with the internet, Pilo, what up? Nina, what up? MJ, what up? What is interesting with the internet is that with the internet, it's not just rumors in the backyard or in the coffee shop or at the bar. Rumors that, rumors spreads. Listen, as long as man existed, rumors, they just spread. But they stay local. And actually, the people who spread rumors, they spread it actually just to be interesting. You are at a dinner, everybody's talking, everybody's saying smart stuff. You don't have nothing to say because maybe you're not that smart, or you don't have nothing to say about the subject. And then you just throw a rumor on the table and everybody's like, oh, what? Tell us more. And now you become interesting. And now you say anything. Oh, I heard that XYZ. And the big difference nowadays with the internet is that you can get rich off of content. You can get rich doing music, but you can just get rich spreading rumors. You can just become the source where all the conspirationists, they converge on your YouTube channel or wherever you are, and they listen to you telling stories. And yeah, listen, you can speak as a journalist, you can speak as a leader of opinion, you can speak as you. All you need to do, you go to YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, whatever, whenever you want, you create a channel and you're ready. And you start talking. Just like I am now. And some people will want to listen to what you have to say. And the crazier the things you say, the more viewers you have. Because that's human nature. Listen, if I want to multiply by 50 the amount of people that are coming to these live streams, I know exactly the subjects. I just go and find subjects that make people angry, that make people divided, that people insult each other in the chat and debate in the chat, and then come back to the clips that I put, and they're all there debating. I will have more views. I will have more engagement. Because I will have more engagement, the platforms, the automatic systems in the platform will put more ads on my channels because there's a lot of people watching them, and they will put ads that cost more. So in YouTube, for example, you have tiers of ads. You have, if your video makes, I don't know, 100 views every time you put a video, you will get the ads that cost, I don't know, 10 cents. If you talking about something like crypto that people who are watching have money and they are really interested in it, and it's people that are spending money, then you will have the people that have you're gonna have the ads that cost $2-3. So as a video, you can make from 1 million views, you can make €0, you can make €500, you can make €2,000, or you can make €10,000. It just depends the type of ads that are on your video. Plus, if you make a series about the wife of a president, and you come with a book that you're reading, and you're talking about a lot of some intriguing stuff that make people ask themselves questions and make people interested, then if you make 5 million views per episode and you make 10 episodes of that, and you keep talking about it and grifting about it, but listen, maybe you make 50 million views in total about the subject. 50 million views is 50 million set of ads. Somebody who's trying to show their product will pay premium to have their ads on top, under, before, after, in the middle of your video. And that's why most people, that's what they are interested in. And it's very interesting. So I was not really interested in. Listen, he has a dick, doesn't have. I don't care. Personally, I don't care. Doesn't change nothing of my life. Of course, I'm a French voter, so of course I don't really would like the fact that I would have been lied to if that thing turned out to be true. But in reality, if we are in the era of inclusivity, and if you are a man and you become a woman like Caitlyn Jenner, normally Obama says you're a hero. So yeah, so what? Normally in the world of today, if indeed it was a guy before, he should be celebrated. And that's what I used to say at the point. I was like, eh. And then you had that all becoming Brigitte stuff. So yeah, I'll watch a little bit of it, but I'm not really into it. And then it died down. I mean, nobody was talking about it anymore, right? Until the Macrons decided to sue Candace Owens. And in suing her, maybe to scare her off, or to, I don't know, to try to prevent her to talk about it, they just made the whole story an international story. Because now everybody's talking about it. And that's when I was like, what are these guys doing? Listen, my whole life, I heard rumors about me, or I had, when you are the head of a label, you get issues with people, problems with artists, problems with other people, like business, whatever. Stuff happens. I always kept things out of the public. And even if something was public, or one of the artists I work with had a problem, or me had a problem with somebody, and it came out in the news or something, I would never say nothing. I would let it die by itself. Even more on the age of now of the internet. Whenever there was an issue that I was close to with the internet, and the whole internet went crazy about whatever, I would just stay silent. I would just remove or just not enter whatever platform for a week or two until people go to the next story, because people are like that. They are obsessed with something, and they get obsessed for a certain time, and then they get obsessed with the next thing. So if they're obsessed with you, all you have to do is take 2 weeks and go on a retreat somewhere, or work or do something else, and not talk about it, and tell all your friends, don't talk to me about it. And it doesn't exist. But if you hire an American lawyer that apparently they're known for their bully tactics, and those people try to bully somebody who's crazy already, oh, then you fucked up. Because now it's not just P-Law, a huge debate in the US. It's in Congo, it's in Switzerland, it's in China, it's everywhere, because all the news networks started talking about it, when before that it was just in the confine of a big YouTube channel, but it was more in the conservative space. It was more them and their own rumors and whatever proof they had, and everybody talking about it and whatever, and people saying, yeah, just show DNA proof, whatever, but you could just ignore and you're good. But now everybody's talking about it. So listen, I don't know, like, are you do you really like, are you doing this because you want people to talk about it? Or like, is it like like some reverse thing where you're like, yeah, we want you to talk about it? Or is it you not just being emotional? I was having a conversation today with a friend that we do music together, and I was telling him, as a creator, as somebody who's doing business in the field, the emotional field of music creation, something that I learned personally is I never take any decision based on my emotion. Never. It doesn't mean that I don't feel things. It's just that when I'm feeling something hard here and I'm feeling like the anxiety here of whatever emotion I have, that's not the moment you take decisions. That's not the moment you take decisions. That's when you just let it die down. You just stay alone. You go take a walk. You go to the gym. It's there. You only think about it, but you don't say nothing until you take control. Once it's back to logic, that's when you take a decision. That's when you say something, because you thought about it, and now you have all your ideas in place and you're ready to answer every question from everybody, and you're ready. And you have a strategy and you can follow it, and you can be cold in the decision making and whatever you have to say. But it's crazy to me that somebody who's the president of my country seems like they are reacting emotionally to something that they should just I mean, I know there's laws about defamation, but I believe that it's not exactly the same when you are a public figure. I believe that when you're a public figure, people can talk about you to a certain extent because you are a public figure, and they can say stuff, rumors, whatever. And so I don't know. This is like the type of things where it is blowing up the rest of the whole story, including the fact that he was 14 when he met her, there was a teacher, etc. All this, now you have the whole world talking about it. And those people, I would say 4 years ago, 3-4 years ago, COVID time, her channel will have just disappeared. They would place a phone call to YouTube, and YouTube would just remove the channel. The problem is doing that to all the doctors who were just saying like, yeah, we're not sure about the vaccine. We're not sure. They were like, I reserve my judgment. They would lose their channel just for saying that. It was either you in or we just, so they're like, it became so tyrannic at that time that's how YouTube lost a lot of subscribers, a lot of viewers, and a lot of creators to Rumble, the competition. Because people were saying, yeah, listen, on YouTube, we're not free to say what we want to say. We're not free to say, we're not free to talk about Ukraine unless it's the way the official story is. We're not free to talk about LGBT. We're not stop, and even not to say we are against it. We're just not free to just have different opinions. We're not free to talk about a bunch of subjects, Gaza, etc. Like a lot of people started even inventing new words. Thanks below. Inventing new words to say stuff because the YouTube AIs, whenever you say some words, would just demonetize your videos. And to me, it makes no sense. Like back in the days, if you said, I don't feel comfortable to have a man that is not transformed, that still has all his man attributes and a beard, walk naked in the in the spa with the women, including my daughter who's with my wife, you would get your whole channel demonetized or removed, or your account on Instagram or whatever. That's how far it went 4 years ago. And that's how all these companies are starting to realize, okay, that's how we got with Trump. That's how the world became way more conservative. That's why everybody went right, because when the world was very left, the people show that they are a little tyrannic because they believe that they are on the side of the right, of the good versus the bad. When to me, there's opinion versus different opinions. And yeah, listen, the good exists, the bad exists, but some people don't have the same opinion as you. And you cannot just, because you don't have arguments, say, yeah, you are X-phobe. Whatever X is. And that's where we are now. And today, when you do that, first, you cannot call YouTube to have comics and people who have opinion, that have different opinion than you. You cannot just have their channel removed, because it's actually bad business for the platforms. So these videos actually, they went from 2-3 million views each to 5, 6, 7 now. So you are actually putting publicity on that. And me, I was like, these people make no sense. They are actually blowing up the thing. So listen, either they just let their emotion take the best of them, or in a kind of sick way, they want you to talk about it. They want you to know, because who knows? Because who knows how they, I don't know. It's strange. MJ saying gossip platforms can make big money these days. Could be a blog or X account, etc. There are more opportunities. Yeah, listen. Humans love that. Gossip. If you address the rumor, they spread faster. Julie's saying the rumors about Brigitte are just people obsessed with transgenders people. It feels like everyone is suspected. It's a crazy society. But again, Julie, if we live in a society where you are accepted and you are seen as a hero, like Caitlyn Jenner, well, you should not be, even if you're not, you should not take it as an insult. See what I mean? Because if you take it as an insult, it means that you don't go with your inclusive thing. Listen, if somebody says, if there's a rumor that says that I used to be a girl, I would laugh at it. So maybe it's different. You see what I mean? So it kind of contradicts the inclusive society that they've been selling us all this time. You should actually don't care. You should be like, yeah, whatever you think, I don't care. Like, I don't have to prove you nothing. I don't have to show you photos of me as a young person. I don't have et cetera, et cetera. And yeah, I used to date him when he was, or whatever, when it was in statute of limitation, so people cannot do nothing to me. So yeah, fuck you. And keep it moving. Isn't this what happened to Naturi? Listen, I would love to speak to her on the phone, but she doesn't reply to the phone. I think that's what happened to her, but I think they tricked her. You remember when one day I put a comment, and in the image of the comment, there was actually some porn stuff. That's what they do. And then after that, they do mass. They have like 100 people that at the same time say, oh, there's porn on this channel, and your channel falls. So this is something that the Israeli use this to suppress voices of people who contradict them too. Is they just do mass reporting of channels from real people, and if the automatic bot sees that there's a, it will just look at the image and it would look, oh shit, that's a dick, so your channel falls. So that's, people are just using stuff now. Like I know it happens a lot in Brazil, for example. When you are canceled, it's not just people who are just not supporting you anymore. It's just like millions of people, because it's 400 million people there. And all of a sudden you have like 1 million people who are reporting your Instagram account, and your Instagram account just falls because people are when you give any power to people, they just go crazy with it. That's humans. And if you give power to crowds, they just become dumb. And if they don't agree with anything you said, they want you to disappear. Listen, me, when I disagree with what you say, I either say to you, I disagree in your comments. And if I really, really disagree to a certain point, I just don't watch you. And that's it. I don't need to go call everybody and cancel you and be emotional about you. You don't change my life. And the internet is full of people who, listen, people don't believe in God anymore. That's why they believe in all the influencers. Because for the human psyche, this is what is the nearest thing to God, because of the worshiping part. So instead of just being fans of people, they worship people, and they just worship a lot of mini gods. And then whatever you say is sacred. When, to me, I'm sorry, the only sacred words, listen, I don't even really worship nobody, so it's hard to me, because my critical thinking is just not, to me, a lot of things don't make sense, and when they don't make sense, I cannot forego of my logic. So when you tell me, oh yeah, there's this guy, and then he came back, and then he went to the sky, but okay. So it's different to me. I believe in entities, I believe in energy, I believe in higher powers, yes. But a book written by other niggas? Nah. So, but because we are in this world where everybody is godless, yeah, listen, they will worship all these people, influencers, people on YouTube, people, political pundits, and they will just come and listen. Me, Sometimes I go watch left-wing commentators in French, in Portuguese, and in English. Then I will watch right-wing conservative in French, English, and Portuguese. Then I will go to the center, and I'll just to make my idea. Once YouTube sees, let's say I'm watching, I don't know, 2-3 videos of Candace Owens, for example, then it will show me everybody else. Charlie Kirk, this, that, all of them. And if I go look at Pascal Pro in French, then it will show me more of that, and then more of those, and then Sarah, and it shows, the algorithm will show, oh, this is what you like? Show you more, right? But me, if I watch like 10 videos, 10 debates, and everybody is saying the same thing 10 times. Oh, what about October 7? Oh, but we have the right to defend ourselves. Okay, if I saw it one time and then I see it 10, 20 times, at a point I'm like, okay, I'm done with all of you. Because you're just repeating the same things and you are actually interested in the views. And me, I'm not emotional and you are wasting my time. If you don't have nothing new to say or new to debate about, then just the same points, I'm out. I'm on to the next thing. And there's a lot of people who have this issue. They just love to go watch people saying the same thing over and over again. And well, it is what it is. What you want me to say? It is what it is. But me, I'm not really interested. It's but yeah, listen. It's I guess it's me. I look at the internet and I look at people getting obsessed with whatever rumor, and me, I don't like because Candace said so, I believe it. To me, it's just, all right, I see your points, and I'm like, yo, listen, if it's true, it's crazy. And then I look at the others and I'm like, you should ignore them, because now you're making it look, you actually create suspicion. But it is up to you. Morgan, no. Club Shada is an hour and 20 max. Not more. Black Freethinker, what up? K-pop TMT, you are IT? Oh, not really. Let me look at some comments and then I can go to the next comment. Let me see. Bonsoir, on ne parle plus français. Si vous qui ne comprenez, on fait comment? Vous allez ailleurs. Pito, thank you so much. I think people see game and they think it equals money. Yeah. Listen. That's where we are now. What are we gonna do? You know? I don't understand something on TikTok. Why people ask the same question 1,000 times? Do they think that it will create something? How do you feel every day when you come home from doing live shows? Well, I'm home doing live shows, so I don't come home for that. How much does a man like you earn? It's none of your business, but don't worry for me. All biggest official. My big dream is to make a song with you. Oh, listen. Send me an email or IG. Send me something on IG and we see. All right. Well, listen, I believe they made a mistake by blowing up this thing even more, but it's up to them. So speaking about last subject before I go, I wanted to talk to you about how do you call this? I wanted to talk about the convenience that the internet and the platforms created, and how in reality we don't own anything anymore. Because when you think about it, back in the days, we used to own CDs, we used to own laser discs, video cassettes, or you could rent objects and then give them back. And now we are in a world where we don't own anything. Listen, all of us creators, we used to own our own websites. I don't know if you guys remember. We used to own our websites, and if people wanted to hear about us, they could just go to our websites. You see what I mean? And we are now in a world where you don't own anything anymore. Like, we are now in a world where your whole, listen, even this show, right? I'm talking to you from my office, and it's amazing that I can reach the whole world. At the same time, from what I see in the chat sometimes, I also reach a lot of idiots. But it's still amazing that I can reach so much people, right? But my content, and we've seen with my Instagram, right? My content is on platforms that I don't own. So the good thing about me is that as I'm talking live to you, everything is being recorded on my drives. So, but we all put our content on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Kik, Twitch, Facebook, and whatever else, Vero, whatever. But we don't own our part of the platform. See what I mean? It's like when you rent a house and you pay a rent every month. If the house owner has decided that they don't want you anymore in the house, they will just do it. You see what I mean? If the house owner is like, yeah, well, listen, you've been here for a year. Yeah, you got used to the house, blah, 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 blah. And yeah, listen, I don't want to rent the house anymore. Bye-bye, you have to leave. And that's how I feel about the platforms. Everything is in the cloud. Our content, our photos, our memories, soon our brains, I have 5,000 videos on YouTube. Music videos, Club Shada episodes, Internet du Village, clips, vlogs, everything is there. And one day, probably because of attacks of whoever, my YouTube channel just disappeared for 2 days, 48 hours. And for 48 hours, I've been on YouTube since 2005, 20 years. And for 48 hours, I lost 5,000 videos. And they told me your YouTube channel is out forever. Lucky for me, I know a few people got everything back. When my 7 Instagram accounts got removed last year, same thing. I was on Instagram since the beginning of Instagram. So I don't know, 2008, I don't remember. 15 years. And I lost 15 years of photos, memories, conversations, even business conversations. When you are talking with people who you have something to do with, people who artists that maybe you are talking on Instagram, and all of a sudden everything is gone. And all this for what? Convenience. Yes, having a whole wall of video cassette or laser disc takes a lot of space. Having an account on Netflix, Apple Music, Apple TV, Amazon Prime and Disney Plus, whatever. Then you have almost all the content available in the world. And you can watch whatever you want, whenever. And yeah, you turn on your TV, you can watch stuff on YouTube, stuff on, like, you can watch everything on demand whenever you want and at the time you want. In terms of convenience, that's amazing. But in terms of freedom, we kind of gave away a lot of our freedom, because now the platforms can decide when whatever we posted or whatever we said or whatever we think is not appropriate. And that is a real problem. That is a real problem, and we are just continuing to give away these freedoms to platforms who can just reinvent the rules of life. And listen, back in the days, I could have a debate with a family member or a friend at home about whatever subject. And yeah, we could have opposed views about subjects and just disagree and then talk and argument and say, no, I believe this, and no, you should, whatever. And then at the end of the day, once we would stop arguing about that, we would just be fine and we would continue our lives and go to the next subject. Today, you're going to have those discussions online, and the person you're debating with might go and report you to the platform and say that, yeah, your opinion is X-phobe or X-ist. And all of a sudden, your photos with your kid on a holiday disappear because your whole account is taken down. And listen, I've been saying this for a long time, and I'm going to keep saying this. I would rather lose a little bit of convenience and get back a little bit of my power. That is my opinion. And I believe that we have to stop giving that much power to the platforms and give more power to protocols. I think people should invent protocols that are open source, where you have a protocol for a TikTok, for example, or or a platform like YouTube, or a platform like Instagram, and anybody can go in and create their content. And so of course you have to pay for the servers, etc. So you have to find a way, but or maybe those protocols belong to countries or entities that cannot take decisions for us. Listen, I receive emails every month from TikTok, from YouTube, from Instagram, from Facebook, and these are the community guidelines. So every month they explain to you what you can say, what you cannot say. Or now you can say that, you can talk, or subjects that are not good for the platforms, subjects that are good for the platforms or not. And yeah, well, if you talk about this, you might be monetized. Or if you say those words, you might be unmonetized. If you say that Palestine is a country, you might get your channel removed. And you're like, what? Like, wait. And we are seeing this, all these democratic countries that are not supporting free speech anymore. And it's happening in front of you. The collapse of democratic values, the right to have opinions that are yours, the right to disagree with stuff. And you have a lot of those things that have been built on the platform. Like, for example, if you have more than 100,000 followers, then your words have more power. And so if you say something that they disagree with, then your words can kill somebody. So because of that, we are removing your channel because you have a platform and you are platforming the wrong ideas. And so we used to write books. We used to say things in dinners. We used to have conversations, and now everybody is afraid to talk. And a lot of people, they have opinions, but to them, they're like, yeah, but listen, it's not worth it. I'd rather let all of you with 10 followers say whatever you have to say, lose your accounts and do another one and gain your 10 followers back, than lose my 1,000,000 followers. And the people with 10 followers are telling the people with 1,000,000 followers, you have to use your platform for something good. And they're like, no, I use my platform for what I want. I don't want to lose it if those people, I know they're more powerful than me. I'm not more powerful than the GAFAM. Like, so no, I'm not doing it. And that's where we are now. We are in a world where, for convenience, we are just less and less free. And we're going to arrive to the point where somebody will tell you, do you want to live forever? All right, good. Whenever you arrive to the end of your life, we'll scan your brain and we will transfer all the electricity that makes you in virtual reality. And there you can live forever. All right, amazing. But there, we own your code. And we show you ads all the time and like, listen, this is crazy. But that's where we are. What are we gonna do? I'm gonna actually, on these notes, I'm gonna watch some YouTube and some Netflix. Well, it was good to do a nice episode of Club Shada. For everybody who asked, when do I speak French? It's on Wednesdays. And listen, you know, there's a bunch of people in the chat that don't understand that when you come to somebody else's part of the platform, they do what they want. And I block people fast because I don't care. Because you're probably not even a follower. So why would I care about your opinions, right? And if you don't understand English, get the fuck out. That's it. It's simple. Double XL. What up, my man? What you say? What you say? Christian, depuis quand tu connais l'anglais? Depuis très longtemps. J'allais dire une bêtise. J'allais insulter quelqu'un de ta famille, mais j'ai décidé de ne pas le faire. Jordan, damn, Kaysha, it's been a while. I forgot about you. Well, good for you. I saw your Until We Die video on your channel now. Ah, thank you so much. I was just playing with the AI. And yeah, that was a cool video. Anyway, I'm gonna leave you on these nice notes. And I'm gonna tell you one thing: when you run a channel, that's a good thing that I do all the time. Is whenever people come to your live streams, it's great. It's a great time to block all the stupid people. So whenever they say something in the chat, it's the perfect time to block them. And that's what I do all the time. I love doing this. That's a useful feature. Because, yeah, democracy is for the rest of them. Anyway, this show was brought to you by Shadaware.com, the gods of good fortune. Thanks to our main sponsor, Rudy. And thank you for the super chat. You want a super chat, you can go on YouTube and do that. In the next episode of Club Shada, maybe I will only do on YouTube. I don't know yet. I'm trying. I think, I mean, I like being on TikTok sometime, but I like Club Shada only on YouTube. I don't know what you say. What you think? Internet du village everywhere. Since I have a lot of French speakers in TikTok, I might just leave them with Internet du village and just from time to time go on TikTok, maybe to attract some people, and the rest of the time when I do Club Shada, I might just be on YouTube, which is its original place. That's the issue when you speak like a ton of languages. I speak 3 languages every day. I switch between 3 languages every day, and I mean, it's you never know what is the right language to speak. That's why I have 2 different shows. But whenever I'm on one show, you have people, oh, I don't understand, and when I'm on the other show, oh, I don't understand, and you're like, you just move, just go to the next video. You have unlimited content. Why you need to speak is something I will never understand. Yeah, when it says add a comment, if you don't have nothing to say, you're not forced to. Anyway, I'm gonna leave you with my latest song with my AI artist Zaina Umoja. And I encourage you to go on my Instagram and leave a comment if you like the song. It's called Dark Skin. It came out this Friday, and it's produced and written by me. And listen, whenever I hear the beat of that song, I'm like, I did that? Shada gang. See you soon. See you next Sunday, maybe. And for those who speak French, see you on Internet du Village Wednesday. All right, peace out.
behind the sun. But when I touch you, I come undone. No shame, no fear, just fire and grace. I lose myself.
What a nightmare.
Your space. They talk of heaven like it's far, but I hold it here in my heart.
Nalingio, yona motema, bambate, usalinga ya solo.
Nalingio,
Yona motema, bambate, usalinga ya solo. Uzali kimya na motema.
I love you deep, I love you wide. Dark skin queen, you my light inside.
Nabuiko banga, nalingio kaka.
When I hold you, I touch the sky.
Nalingio, yona motema, bambate, usalinga ya my peace, my heart. Nalingio, yona motema,
I'm out there.
usalinga ya solo. Nalingio, yona motema, my forever fire.
My forever melanin queen.
Nalingio, yona motema,
Bambate, usalinga ya solo.
you're my only